present warmly greeted the General Secretary of the Central Committee of the People's Democratic Party of Afghanistan and Chairman of the Revolutionary Council of Afghanistan, Babrak Karmal. There were guests attending the meeting from 37 countries. The foreign guests were introduced. Among them were the delegates of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union, headed by First Secretary of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of Uzbekistan, Khodjayev, delegations representing fraternal communist and workers' parties, revolutionary and democratic movements and organizations from friendly countries. The report on the history of the People's Democratic Party of Afghanistan and the tasks facing the revolution was delivered by Babrak Karmal.
مهمانان محترم در این روزها تمام وطن پرستان واقعی افغانستان
Dear comrades and esteemed guests, today our party, all true patriots of Afghanistan and our friends abroad, are marking the 20th anniversary since the formation of the People's Democratic Party of Afghanistan, founded at its first Congress in January 1965.
در طول تمام تاریخ نهضت آزادی بخش خلق افغان تنها و تنها.
For the first time in the history of the Afghan liberation movement, the anniversary of the Party of the Working Class and all working people of the country is being festively marked. Yalali. Who is waging the undeclared war against the Afghan revolution? This can be answered very definitely. The hirelings of imperialism, paid killers. They no longer resemble human beings. They have neither a political or economic program, nor any convictions. For their crimes, they are paid by the American Central Intelligence Agency. However, said Mahmoud Baryalai, all their intrigues are doomed to failure. History will be a severe judge, and justice will triumph. Soldiers of the people. For the revolution, more than 1 million peasant families had either very little land or no land at all. Today, they are plowing their own land. And the working class is growing. Notwithstanding attempts of the enemies, the state plan has been fulfilled for the first time since April 1978. National television broadcast the gala anniversary proceedings. In the past 5 years, party membership has increased from 18,000 to 130,000. The meeting was addressed by young workers, peasants, intellectuals, representatives of youth organizations speaking of their concerns and achievements.
ما خوشبخت هستم. خوشبختی احساس میکنم که بعد از 5 سال زندگی من خوب شده دیگه.
I am glad that we meet again. There is so much I could tell you about my home and my sons. I so much want them to be happy.
دوست دارم که زندگی مال بعد از خوبه دیگه برای
Happiness and grief, life and death are deeply a part of thousands of Afghan families. This woman lost all her loved ones. The women of Afghanistan, speaking of their new life, Babrak Karmal said this was one of the greatest achievements of the revolution. From guard duty, they go straight to work. The women of Afghanistan. In the village of Gul Khan, a courageous woman heads the self-defense unit. The whole country knows Firza. She has 6 children and grandchildren too. We stand shoulder to shoulder with our husbands, brothers, and sons. We took up arms to protect our homes, our revolution, and our children. One gang was destroyed in this battle. Proof of retribution, just and unavoidable retribution. Machine gunner. Radio operator. Mortar gunner, artillery gunner. Gulbuddin himself told me that anyone who threw down his gun would have his whole family shot immediately. "45 men, members of a bandit gang from the village of Karabog, surrendered their weapons. They will no longer be able to wage war against their country or their people." It was here that we met our old friend, Lieutenant Mehdi. A great day. Mahmoud's friend is having a housewarming. His comrades are congratulating him. What are they saying? Get a present ready. You, Mahmoud, will soon have a new apartment. This conversation is also a sign of the new times. In Kabul, the new word micro-neighborhood immediately found popularity. Not so long ago, there were just a few modern houses here. This brings to mind the Soviet people who 20 years ago were the first to erect a house-building plant in Afghanistan. Hashar is how a joint building site is called. Afghanistan today is building its new home. Siddiqa, a biology teacher, and her husband Nassim have just moved in. It's a wonderful time for the young married couple. We found them again. The mother is working in the kindergarten, and this is the boy, Shapur. Their whole big family. The eldest son is a sergeant in the army. The youngest are in school. We are grateful to the doctors. They saved my son. It is not easy. I am bringing up the children alone. I have no husband. He was killed fighting the bandits. But we always feel the concern that is shown us. Here is what Shapur told us. I want to grow up soon. Then I will go to the Soviet Union and study to be an engineer. Babrak Karmal heads a group of party functionaries who came to honor those who fell fighting for the cause of the April Revolution. Guests from abroad attending the anniversary session also came here. Sleeping the sleep of the dead, you have suffered enough. But once again, out of grief and love, hope and victory are born. The meeting in Kabul is over. Babrak Karmal said, "Long live the People's Democratic Party of Afghanistan, leader of the working class and all working people of Afghanistan." Long live the April Revolution that has opened the way to a radiant future. Long live the heroic people of Afghanistan. Long live Afghan-Soviet friendship. Long live proletarian internationalism. Long live world peace.
و کدام تغییری که در زندگی ما آمده البته که عروسی کردیم ما.
What has changed in my life? Well, first of all, I got married, finished school, and became an officer in the army. The times are still ominous. We still have to fight the enemies of the revolution. There are big changes in the country. It seemed the words of the International had special meaning. And the banner of the April Revolution flies over fighting and working Afghanistan. These shots were taken at the beginning of the second stage of the April Revolution, when the dictatorship of the adventurist and traitor Amin was overthrown. Many tried and tested people returned to defend the new Afghanistan. Happiness, hope, and faith returned to the people, a faith that the revolution was on the right road again.